Not a bad night of hockey. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Can't complain, can ya? Um, Boston wins 3-1. Almost was 4-1, but Hathaway definitely smacked Lions' glove. Speaking of that glove, ooh, that was rough on Marchand's goal. First goal, happens. DeBrusque goal, that's unfortunate. It sucks for Lyon because he made three, maybe four, 2-on-1, like absolute robberies. Florida was the more offensive team at the beginning of the game. Kachuk scored because, of course, he does. He's been scoring and getting points like crazy. But Boston's depth is there, even with a team illness, even with Bergeron out. I still have Boston in 4. And then the game that I really focused on was the Islanders and Carolina. I picked the Islanders to win. I'm going for Bowie Horvat. Um, that Aho goal right away, amazing. Islanders even got their chance on the same move, but instead Horvat shoot and he passed it. I think it was Lee in front who then whiffed on it. That should have been a corral on the forehand backhand goal. Carolina makes it 2-0. Islanders pull back to make it 2-1, but then they can't beat Ranta. And after watching the game, I was like, oh, Islanders in 7. Carolina's a good team. Islanders felt like couldn't really get anything going offensively. Barzell looked like you could tell the power and the speed was there. It was there. He has it, but it just wasn't there yet. But like I watched the majority of the game, and there was I think it was at the end of the second period. Yeah, end of the second period. Like the Islanders started to pour it on a little bit more, get some zone time, but Carolina holds on, and I don't know if my pick's right, but I'm hoping the Islanders win. I like Carolina though. No, I don't. Do I? I don't know. Um, Dallas Minnesota game. Oh God, I feel bad for Ottinger because okay, so you're down 1-0. Next, it's 2-1 for your team, and then it's 2-2, and go into overtime, and your player tries to throw it up the boards or smack it up the boards, whatever, hits the gate. Hartman, who you've already robbed a couple times, gets it, does the whole NHL 23 hold around the goalie, slides it in. They win an OT. Mistakes cost Dallas. For example, like Robertson, I know like on the power play, you got your goal. It was a nice shot. Obviously, Gustafsson was screened. But then you go up high again, which everyone was doing. I swear, I'm going to give this to Nate McKinnon. Every team does it now. Marner goes up top. Nate McKinnon was doing it before. Now Robertson goes up top, gets blocked by Steele. Powerful stride. Great goal. Hit off like the toe of his stick to beat Ottinger, and that made it 2-2. And then the momentum swung. And went in Minnesota's favor. They had tons of chances, just kept getting robbed by Ottinger, just like he did against Calgary. And just like against Calgary, he loses in OT. But at least it's just game 1. But he loses. And then you go to Edmonton, where Connor McDavid starts the game when they're on the power play, and you're like, oh my God, he went around the entire team. He misses. And you think, he's going to do that all game. But then he doesn't. Like, okay, Draisaitl got his 2 goals. So it was like Draisaitl scored, and then Bouchard scored to make 2-0. Then it's 2-1. And then Draisaitl scores again, make it 3-1. And then Kempe scores again, 3-2. And then Kopitar scores 3-3 on a play where I think McDavid didn't have a good game. Yeah, I know I'm all over the place here, but on his 2-on-1, when it was 3-2, instead of shooting, you're passing. McDavid, he got 64 goals. Take that shot. Great play by Gavrikov. That's why LA got him. Speaking of Gavrikov and Korpisalo had a good game in my opinion. Anyway, blocks it, they go the other way. And I think it was Kempe who scores. And then to make it 3-2 or 3-3, McDavid loses his man while they're on the PK. Was it the PK? Or maybe there's just, they pulled a goal. I don't know. I don't really remember. But he just doesn't cover that gap. Similar to like what Cal Clutterbuck did with Aho's goal. Kempe scores. That made it 3-2. I'm all over the place here. 3-3. It was the same kind of deal, actually, just off that right side, left-handed shot. And Skinner made the save, and then Kopitar poked it in. But McDavid lost his spot a few times in the defensive zone, and that was a bad turnover. Great defensive play by Gavrikov, but bad turnover by McDavid. And then in overtime, sorry, that's you can yell at the official all you want. That was a trip. You fell, you spun, your stick hit the guy's skate, you tripped, and a simple like practice style power play goal for LA to win. Did LA deserve it? Yes, they did. They're one hell of a team. I picked Oilers in 6. I think the Oilers should be able to score at will. They should be. Like I said, LA wins. Korpisalo has to stand on his head. The Oilers have to make silly decisions or untimely decisions. And for them, it was gap control and bad timing penalties. So that's it. That's night 1. Night 2 is Pittsburgh. What am I talking about? Pittsburgh's not making it. Night 2. Well, we got Toronto, Tampa Bay, don't we? Anyway, comment down below your thoughts on the first games. I love playoff hockey.